Good morning, everyone. It is 8:15 on Tuesday, February 28th. It is the last day of February. So good morning if you're on morning time zone. Good afternoon, good evening if you're tuning in from elsewhere. I hope everybody's doing fantastic. My name is Amanda, and welcome to Be the Brightness podcast, episode 2. We're doing it, you guys. So I wanted to come on and talk about the end of the month. It's the last day of February, where we've already basically completed 2 months of 2023. And what have we accomplished? 2 months is a kind of a long time. That's, definitely time to achieve goals, work closer to goals, right? So I wanted to check in and ask, what have you accomplished so far this year? Did you plan on accomplishing anything in the first 2 months of the year? Did you have longer goals? Maybe something, you're working on the first half of the year. But 2 months is a good amount of time. So coming off of the last episode, and building our foundation of how to have a positive mindset. How has that impacted your progress? Have you worked towards building that foundation? Or if you already, were working towards having a positive mindset, have you doubled down and really put in more focus and effort? And have you seen any changes yet, right? Lots of questions this morning. So it's good to check in, right? It's good to check in with yourself and say, hey, some good amount of time has passed. How are we doing? How am I doing? Am I doing the things that I want to be doing, right? Am I doing the things that I really need to be doing? Do I have that determination when my motivation falls short, right? That's critical. Motivation comes and goes. It's that determination and consistency that is really going to put you over the edge and make you excel, where honestly most people start to falter and even fail sometimes. So what have I done since January, since the turn of the new year? I have started this podcast, which is great. I'm super excited to be here and to be out here and hopefully helping folks, right? Making days a little bit easier and a little bit brighter for folks is something I'm very passionate about. So to be able to be here and just to really start, doing this and bringing it to life is a big accomplishment for me. I know we're just getting this up and running, but I'm here and I've made it happen. So, you can create what you want, you just got to put in the hard work. So this has been probably my biggest accomplishment in the last 2 months. A number of things are going well at work. I'm pretty sure I shared before I work in technology, so I can't share too much about what I do, but I have some big things happening at work. I'm a strategic technical advisor to the public sector, so lots of interesting things happening that I'm very excited to be part of. So work is going really well. I have some longer term goals for myself professionally. I'm hoping to execute this year. I'm going to be teaching a course later on. I think it's coming up in April. I'll be teaching a 3-day course about cybersecurity, basically, application protection against web attacks. So a lot of what I do is in cybersecurity. That's not all of what I do. So interesting. I wish I could share more, but we're gonna leave it at that for now. But work is going super great, So we're 2 months in, and what are we gonna do? What have we done? in the last 2 months, and what more are we going to do? And what do we want to do, right? So think about it. Think about it. Think about, how life is going for you. And sometimes you don't have that luxury, right? I want to make sure people know this. Like because I've been in many different difficult, challenging situations at relatively young ages. And I totally understand that life sometimes is really hard and it's no fault of your own. I'll give you a quick example that folks probably can maybe relate to, because I feel like a lot of people have been impacted in one way or another. But my mother was diagnosed with terminal stage 4 cancer a week after I delivered my twins. So just that sentence is a lot to unpack, right? I'm a brand new mom to twin baby boys who were very healthy. We didn't have to spend any time in the NICU. I carried them 38 weeks full term for twins. They were very healthy, 6-pound each babies. Everything went well, and a week to the day after they were born, my mother had emergency brain surgery. They took out a walnut-sized tumor, and it was stage 4 metastatic colon cancer. It was everywhere. It had already spread to her lungs, her brain, and just basically continued to spread for the next 18 months until she passed away. So what do you do in a situation like that, right? You don't, this is what I'm saying, like, you don't have the luxury to say, oh, let me sit down and chart out my goals for the next 6 months, right? Because you're just so focused on surviving each day. So I understand, and I've been through really hard times like that, and it's not easy. And that's something too that I want to focus on in the coming episodes here, is when life is really hard and you are in situations that you cannot control. Things are just happening, right? A family member, like I said, my mother is very sick, and I had just had twins. Like that's crazy, right? Like how do you even manage all of that? But I did, and I made it through, and you can too, right? It doesn't have to be that exact situation. You could have so many different situations in life that are just challenging to navigate through. And I want to use this as a space to help people get through those tough times, because I've been through it on my own, and more than once, it just wasn't that big catastrophic event. There's unfortunately many that I've had to navigate and make it through. And through all of that life experience, I can help. I can help you navigate these tough times, and in a way that's healthy, in a way that you can grow through those experiences and come out the other side a stronger version of yourself. Because at the end of the day, we only have ourselves, right? We only have ourselves, and more often than not, nobody's coming to save us. So if I can help, I would love to help, because I've been through many hard times all alone, and that is the worst place to be. So please reach out if you yourself are going through a tough time, and I'd be more than happy to give you some strategies. We will do a bigger session around this, probably a longer podcast, like 30 minutes, maybe a little bit more, about strategies to navigate and grow through really challenging life circumstances. There's a number of things that I can speak to, family dynamic issues, work-related things. You know, being a woman in technology is not easy. I've had my fair share of harassment over the years. It's an unfortunate thing. Where I am now, it's very, very rare. But, you know, it's out there. And that's another struggle that you have to kind of figure out and deal with. Yeah, so I have plenty of experience. You know, I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that. I'm just one person here who's lived life and has seen some things and wants to make things easier for others. So yeah, so if you are in a situation where you can, you know, life is relatively stable and, you know, recognize you're 2 months into the year, we have 10 more months left. Like, what more can we do, right? How can you get closer to achieving your goals, living the life of your dreams, right? That's a big thing for me the last couple of years is how do I create the life that I've only dreamed of? And I have pieces of it, right? But how do I fill out the rest? So I'm slowly working towards those goals as well. And again, if you're in a situation that life is just, you know, not being kind to you, we can get through that. I can help you get through that. So yeah, so I hope everybody has a great Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday, if you will, and enjoy the last day of February. I'm located in central New Hampshire, so it's, I'm looking out my office window here. It's snowing. It's going to snow most of the day. I'm very ready for spring. So yeah, wherever you are, I hope there's good weather. If you're in the New England area, it's snowing again. So yeah, have a terrific Tuesday, and I think I'm going to wrap it there for today. I just wanted to come on, check in, give folks some things to think about as we're closing out February and beginning March, and we will all talk soon. So thank you again so much. I'm here. If you need anything, reach out. Feel free to share the page, like the page, and we'll all get together again soon. All right. Thanks again so much. Have a terrific Tuesday. See you soon.